Welcome to the Rocket Rewind, the show where we get together and talk about things that matter, things that are interesting, and shit that might just blow your mind. Yeah, they're our opinions, and you don't have to like them. We might not like yours either, but feel free to share them in the live chat. This is America, where we have free speech, cancel culture, Karens and Darrens, all working together in such super sweet harmony. Yeah, right. Sometimes the things we talk about might help restore our faith in humanity, but all too often it's going to be stuff that might piss you off like it does us. Make sure you have your grown-up panties on and come join the conversation. Oh yeah, and make sure you subscribe and turn on those notifications. You don't want to miss this weekly dose of provocative discussion. The Rocket Rewind, Sundays at 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. Let's get into it. Viewer discretion is advised.
Woo!
What's up, everybody?
Hey.
Hello. Happy Sunday. So, like the intro said, I hope everybody's got their grown-up panties on. Megan apparently has cheetah ones on, which is interesting to know.
Hello.
So, the link to her OnlyFans will probably be shared towards the end of the thing.
Yep.
So to answer your question, Southpaw, yes, I did up a little script for the guy. He recorded it. He gave me 3 slightly different versions or whatever, and I picked the one I liked the best, paid for it, and boom, the rest is history. I would definitely probably get that guy to voice over anything else that we do, because I love the fact that he didn't care and he would have said anything that was in that. In that script, you know.
He's got an incredible voice too.
I know, man. I know.
He does.
It's made for it. Maybe I can reach out to him and see if he wants to come on here and talk some shit one day. I doubt it.
That'd be cool. I don't know if he would, but he seems like the kind of guy that would be the announcer at the stadium.
Oh yeah. I like it.
What's up, buddy?
So Stu went to Arby's and made Stacy mad. Chris Talbert's here. I said Southpaw was here. Taylor's here. Good to see you, Taylor. Of course, you got Jamie H and Steve and Megan and Stacy and me. Hello. Farlap Moves is here. What's up, Farlap? Brooklyn's here. Emergency Response Biz, watching from the UK. Jorge's here. What's up, buddy? Good to see you. Zachary Flores, how you doing? Joe Boyd's here. What's up, Joe? Good to see you. Nicholas Peel is here. What's up, Nicholas? Southpaw said yes. Everyone stick around until the end to get Megan's OnlyFans link. Brooklyn's eating white chocolate cupcakes, of course.
Corey showed up.
Hey, Corey, what's up, man? Good to see you.
Bruh?
So have y'all seen this crazy? Well, first off, before we get started, y'all had anything crazy happen in y'all's week? I didn't.
Oh
have
my
anything.
God, you wouldn't believe the crap that went on at work, but
yeah, you can't really talk much about that.
I can't talk about that. That's the only crazy thing that happened.
The official statement is we cannot make any comment while litigation might be pending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's been a crazy week. That's about the extent of what I can say.
Yeah, I know you've been having to work last minute a lot and shit.
Yeah.
Doolin's here. What's up, Doolin?
There's Doolin. I'm gonna be spending some time with Doolin when we get off here.
What up, Doolin?
Oh, look at that. Corey set his alarm for this because he took a nap. You ought to start coming on the show with us there, Corey.
Yeah, Corey.
Yeah, come on here at some point and tell us what you think about stuff. If we don't agree with you, we'll just tell you we don't agree with you.
Onyx will just kick you off the show.
No, not really.
No, not really.
Yeah, Not really, but you know, we don't always have to agree. We don't always all see eye to eye on everything.
I disagree with that.
What? That we don't always have to agree?
Yes.
Oh no, yeah, no. That's what makes America great, is the fact that we don't have to agree. Corey says he don't give a how far are we into the video?
Almost
more than
6
30
minutes, I think.
Far enough. Yeah, Corey says I don't give a fuck if you don't agree. Matter of fact, welcome to America. Freedom of speech is great. I had to make sure we weren't going to lose monetization. Right now, if YouTube plays any ads on these videos, they don't share any of that ad rev. I don't have ad revenue turned on. So I ain't got quite that big yet. Maybe one day they'll give me a few pennies per video. So crazy shit happening in Nevada right now, especially around Las Vegas. A lot of video coming out of Las Vegas. Have some of y'all seen some of this shit? Look at this. This is from let me get it on the screen here. There we go. This is from Cyclist Anons. I don't ever try to decipher people's Twitter names because, but look at some of this shit, man.
Yes. Watch the water.
That's coming out of a parking
Now,
garage.
Look at that.
River.
Has anybody noticed with videos like this, like you see the water running and stuff like that, like after it subsides, they're finding some really weird animals. Have you noticed that?
Mm-hmm.
Something you normally wouldn't see, like running around.
Oh,
Like,
weird animals?
Yeah, stuff like surfaces, like it lives underground or something. You ever seen that?
You're like kangaroos and iguanas and things.
I mean, I don't know about that. I mean, I've been seeing some weird stuff happening lately.
A kangaguana.
A kangaguana.
Look at this
bus.
bus.
It's badass.
That bus.
I want that bus.
He said full send. Full send.
That bus is
yeah.
like, fuck all this shit. I'm out of here.
Something I always wanted to do to my RV is make it aquatic. Like when I drive into the lake or something, like I got couple pontoons that pop up. That'd be badass.
And of course, the folks in at the Burning Man thing are trapped. And
the irony of being trapped at Burning Man by water.
What is Burning Man? I don't understand that. What is it?
So
It's a giant festival.
It's basically a big festival out in the desert. Music, food,
Getting high, sex, drugs, rock and roll.
Yeah,
it's like another Woodstock.
Think
Coachella for poor people.
Yeah. You get to go. It's plenty of space out there to park your RVs and pop up tents and all that stuff, but they're trapped because of the water and the mud, and they can't drive in or out. I'm hoping that they start some supply drops in there or something for these people.
Yeah, suddenly the people from the South that do mud bogs aren't too stupid now, are we? Yeah.
Right. We got vehicles that send some of these rescue rangers from down here in the South up there in their lifted trucks with the off-road mud grips, and they'll go.
You give me 2 nights at South Point and a dinner at Silverado's, and I'll come down there and pull your car out. No.
That's right. Sean Chaslin, what's up, buddy?
Oh, Sean's here?
Yeah, Sean's here.
Sean's here?
Here's some more
Kiwi.
Vegas shit.
Stacy.
Look at this. People just driving in this, man. You see this right here? This is a good way to fuck up your car. Right here.
This is Chicago right here.
They don't see the water. It's just desync in the simulation.
Yeah. And there's been a death at Burning Man?
Already.
Well, from what I understand, and I read a little bit about this today, although I still don't understand what Burning Man is, but it apparently with the rain coming in and there's something going on with the dirt, it's like releasing these
Microbes.
bacteria or whatever. Everybody's getting sick. Chris Rock is there apparently, and is to escape. What's that?
Said, "Oh no,
I know, man. I mean, if they find out that he left, he's going to get slapped. So I mean, I hate this. I hate to think about what could possibly happen to the guy.
keep my bacteria out of your fucking mouth."
That's right.
So this story here mentions them dropping cell phone towers and like little miniature cell phone towers to help provide internet and phone access and stuff, but I still see no mention of food and water.
Nah.
Yeah.
These people need food and water.
They got cell phones. They're good. They can order in pizza.
Cell phones,
Yeah.
they're all good.
Their Uber Eats
Domino's
driver
is a
drives up in a
GPS.
fucking. Their Uber Eats driver pulls up in a fucking 4x4. Like,
His name's Bubba.
And I was just glancing over this article right here. It basically says that there's been one death, but the police haven't released the name of the person or the cause of death yet. So basically, yeah, somebody died, but we ain't telling you shit about it yet. Typical. Steffi, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Dustin K is here. What's up? This. Okay, so here's another one. Here's another shot.
Damn.
Yeehaw.
Look at that.
Damn.
Is that a fucking Prius?
Yes.
That's a Prius.
no, that's a Ford Focus.
Oh,
That
okay.
looks Fiesta.
Same. I mean, it's
Yeah,
pretty much
C-Max
similar.
is what it looks like.
Now, see, this dude right here is okay.
Yeah, that
for
might
the
be a
most
C-Max. Yeah.
It looks like a C-Max.
It looks
Yeah,
like now that I look
that
at
might
it.
be a C-Max. Yeah.
C-Max or Fiesta, one of the two.
They don't make Fiestas anymore. Not in this country.
I know they don't make them anymore, but they're still out there.
Hey, fun fact: that place in the video right there got a pretty damn good breakfast burrito. Just saying, not her. The video. Yeah, that place.
You
right
don't
there.
know.
Yeah,
You don't
place
know what her
Timbers,
breakfast burrito is like.
They got a pretty good breakfast burrito there.
That's actually very impressive.
I'm kind of surprised that thing's rolling.
I'm
on
actually
through there.
shocked myself because I had one of those cars.
That war's moving quick too.
So there you go, Timbers. Since your breakfast burrito has been mentioned, if you wanna
some food.
if you wanna send Stacy a care package, reach out to us by email. We can get you in touch and make it happen.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
We'll show your burritos here right here on the show.
Doolin said that's a Fiesta.
Dolan, you're wrong.
Well, they're having a Fiesta out there, it looks like. Leah Sobey, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Southpaw said it can't be a Fiesta. It's a four-door. See, I don't know enough about cars.
It's a Ford C-Max.
When I first saw it, because of the shape, I thought it was a Prius, but I can see the Ford logo on the back.
Yeah.
So, they do have four-door Fiestas, too.
Yeah, they do.
Doolin used to have
I used to have a magenta one.
There's a C-Max right outside my window. It doesn't have the little, see the little spoiler thing over the window?
Yeah.
right there.
It doesn't have
That's the sport edition, though.
Makes it go fast.
There's no C-Max Sport Edition. It's a hybrid. Hey,
No,
fun story.
Lord.
You should have seen me the first time I went to drive this motherfucker. It's one of our on-base cars. The first time I went to drive it, I go to turn it over, and I'm like, I called my LPO, and I'm like, hey, this fucking car ain't starting. He's like, what do you mean? So it's not starting.
Was it electric?
He said, look down at the dash. Does it say ready to drive? And I was like, yeah. He's like, it started. I was like, what? It blew my mind. It doesn't turn over. It's electric.
No, it doesn't turn. If it's a hybrid, it'll start up as you're moving.
Well, it just fucked with me because it runs on gas.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's those you hear cranking up at the red light when they start going?
No, it doesn't do anything.
No.
Somebody put fucking Mario music on this thing.
Wait, what? I missed it.
There's Mario music.
There's
on
Mario
this video.
music in the background.
Nintendo will copyright strike.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't fuck around.
No, they don't.
Look at this girl. She's like, hey.
Let's go swimming.
See this, but this right here, all this, this is how you get bacteria and shit.
Yes.
Yeah. Now this is Vegas, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. Like, don't walk in this shit. Look, there's trash right there. I mean, could be human feces in that. Or
Bacteria, and if a power line went down.
I know it was there before. I know it was there before the flood states. I'm just saying, this is just washing all that gunk onto people, though. All that trash shit. Ugh.
Look at this. Wow.
He tried to escape, but it was in a Jeep.
Oh shit.
Dang.
He's stuck.
Yeah,
A little
got
bit.
stuck off in there. I mean, this is just wild, man. Like, it's almost apocalyptic when you look at it, right? I mean, this looks like something that could end society there. It's that bad.
Mhm.
Hate to hear that.
The zombies will start coming out of the water.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
Oh God.
This might be the start of the zombie apocalypse.
I'm glad I'm not
Straight
in
up.
Vegas.
Yeah, it's going. So here we go, Fallout, Old Vegas, right now.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ!
Holy cow,
Holy
man, that's
cow.
crazy.
That looks like a Willy Wonka chocolate river
It really does.
right there.
Come with me.
I'm not drinking out of that river,
Yes.
though.
Exactly.
Or the next morning at Taco Bell.
Jesus. Man, this is fucking wild because it rained like real hard and this started, and then it was supposed to rain again. So they didn't have a chance to recoup from it.
I can't relate. I don't really. I've only been to Vegas a few times, so I'm not really.
Jesus. I mean, look at this.
This is
shit.
at the
That
Lake
is insane,
Resort.
man. So what? Did the dam break or something?
No, it's just rain.
That's just
They're
rainfall.
they're just
Rain?
not. Yeah, they don't have the kind of drainage because they don't get that kind of rain.
Well, see, the desert is so dry it can't absorb the rain. So
Not anymore.
it
It's
runs
not
right
dry.
off. Oh, I mean, it can't soak in like those of us who get rain on a normal basis. So it just runs right across the surface and just goes wherever it's got to go because it can't actually penetrate into the water table.
Yeah.
Oh, I know where
See
they are.
Paul's
I know where they are.
Look
There-
at St.
there was
Paul's
a rain-
comment. Oh my God.
There's a Bubba Gump
It literally
right there.
does.
There's a Bubba Gump right there on top of that wall.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Jeez. I mean, this is just wild. So, I hope everybody in Las Vegas is okay, for fuck's sake, because this.
Well,
is
they're
pretty
wet.
bad. Well, I'm sure they are, but that's just wild, man. They're just not prepared for that.
Oh man.
I'm about
Just
to
not
go to
prepared for that at
Vegas
all.
and start selling rain boots.
Might want to sell waders instead of rain boots.
Yep. Yep. Zachary Vest, how you doing, buddy? Jorge's eating tacos today. I grilled. I cooked on the grill. It was pretty good. Couldn't decide exactly what I wanted, so I did steaks, boudin, beef sausage, and pork sausage. And then I grilled some onions and bell peppers chopped up on there too. That don't sound creepy at all. Hi, Megan. I like your face.
What?
You got it. You got a
Sure
pretty
got a pretty
mouth.
smile.
You got a pretty mouth. No,
You got
I'm,
a pretty mount there, boy.
I'm just picking.
No, I mean, I'm gonna have to release my OnlyFans after this now.
That's right. I know. We've promised it now, so get it set up so we have the link to share at the end. I mean, I could share mine too if you want to see hairy man tits, but I don't know if anybody necessarily wants to see that.
Mowing the grass.
I mean, you never know. I mean, it's 2023. Shit, there's a kink for everybody, you know.
It really is.
And dad bods are in, from what I understand.
Yeah.
I have no idea, Jorge. I haven't heard from him since the holiday. I said, buddy, but I'm assuming pretty good because that's why he left. He got a really good job that was finally good for him. So we don't necessarily need to bring it up every 2 weeks. Nobody ever hears from him. All right. So main story. Steve's going to kind of talk about it. Steve, you want to intro this for us?
Boy, I'll tell you what, man. So I was going through these videos and I saw this one in particular. One thing that doesn't make any sense to me is if you're going to surround somebody that you're trying to apprehend and you're drawing down on these people, why would you ever surround somebody in a circle and then start shooting at every direction? You're eventually going to get shot, right?
Mhm.
That
You would think.
I mean, common sense. I mean, Hey, look, my buddy's over there. Let me shoot at him. And then you got houses all around, and, kids running around. I feel as though that this particular situation is a prime example of what not to do in the police force, especially when you're trying to apprehend somebody. You want to show this? I mean, it's kind of graphic. If you got a squeamish stomach, you may want to walk away for a minute. But hey, you know what? I live for this stuff. I want to see this. So I mean, I'm here all the time.
Yeah, we'll roll some of the video here, and it is pretty graphic. So be mindful of that.
It's graphic. There is blood. Keep that in mind.
And we will, this is one of those times where it's good we're not monetized, because we will not receive any monetization on this video.
Probably not, but it's cool to watch.
You can't show real shit on YouTube anymore. Like,
Nope.
It's so funny. They have actually demonetized videos for showing the cops wrestling somebody down and handcuffing them. That apparently is enough to demonetize a video.
That's crazy because it's news.
Right, and it needs to be shared. But anyhow, so this is from the officer that was shot, this first body cam. I'm getting this video, by the way, from Police Activity, so make sure you go over there and subscribe and show them some support. They definitely do some good stuff putting this stuff out.
Now, there is body cam footage from each officer that is involved here, so you can see it from every angle.
Yeah, this is the officer that actually got shot, I believe.
Yes.
Hey, stop! Whoa, stop! Do not fucking move! Fuck! Do not move!
Boom, there you go. He got shot right there. His buddy from across the street shot him.
Did you hear the
Watch the crossfire? Then he gets hit in the crossfire.
I do want to dissect this video at some point, Steve, because when I looked at it, I think the guy standing next to him that said "watch the crossfire" is the one that shot him.
It could be.
I'm not 100% sure, but that was what my feelings were. So
it very well could be, because he's standing there like this. He's holding the gun, and next thing you know, he's looking at his hand. He's like, "Oh my God, my hand's shot." So I mean, where's that going to come from? It could be from the guy next to him, or it could be from the guy across the street.
Now, dude, I guess let's play the video. I'm going to drop the volume some, because I mean we've heard the important part. Watch the crossfire. Pow! Shit! I'm shot. So I think we can cut that down, but that way we can play it so you can kind of show you.
Man, that guy's a mess too. Oh my God.
See him by this time right here. I'm passing out.
No, not yet. Not yet.
Oh, I am.
Well, I've been in this position. I haven't been shot, but I jacked my hand up pretty good one time with a knife. And I've been in this position, so I can feel his pain.
No, you got to put the tourniquet on his leg, man.
Put it around his neck.
At least he got T-cats, though. That's a good thing.
Oh my God, that guy's finger. Oh.
Yeah.
I feel this guy's pain. I really do.
That's
could
got
have
to
been a lot
hurt.
worse. It could have been an arm or a chest.
Could have been. I mean, right now, I guarantee he's not feeling it, but he'll feel it in about 5 minutes.
Yeah, it'll wear off.
Right now, he's got shock and adrenaline. Ooh.
Okay.
It's another angle.
Yeah, this is a different angle. As we watch this, let's try to see if we can figure out which one might have shot this guy.
Okay.
It's going to be the one to the right of this guy from what I saw. All right. So here's why I said it's the one to the right of the guy that we just watched. Because
This one, the one like we just watched.
yeah, it's to the right of him.
It's kind of standing beside the driver's door. That
Yeah,
he,
Think
So
this
here-
guy?
no.
So here's why. Unless that's the guy that was shot. I don't know who got shot.
No, this is the one. This is
Okay.
the guy that got shot is right over this way. This is the
Mhm.
one that was right next to him. This is the one
Okay.
that said, "Watch your crossfire"
So
at the beginning.
the reason I think it was, unless there was another officer to the right of this guy, because the guy got shot in the hand, but not in the leg. So that means the bullet only hit his hand. If it would have been someone from where this guy is standing, it would have hit him in the leg too, more than likely.
Another reason why I have such a problem with this is how many houses are in this street right here, or that cul-de-sac or whatever. There's a lot of houses there.
There's people right across the street too.
Those bullets could have went anywhere. Could have went through a window and killed somebody in a house. I mean, these guys are pretty negligent with what they're doing right here.
Well, for one thing, it's like the dude said, watch your crossfire. There's some major things when you pull out your weapon as a police officer that you need to be mindful of, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like you said, Steve, the people around, the houses around, the possible children sitting on the front porch, playing in the backyard, sitting in the living room because bullets will go through houses, right? And you've also got to be mindful of your other officers. Where are your other officers? You can't just, this isn't the Wild West. You can't just shoot wild.
Yeah, I think this is Chicago. Yeah, it is. Well, Chicago.
It's kind of the Wild West.
What I mean by that, I mean, you're in Chicago. Let's say it's a suburb of Chicago. I mean, you're in a fairly populated area. It's very condensed. I mean, there's a lot going on there. So, I mean, if they were out in like Wyoming, for example, yeah, I could see it because there ain't nothing out in Wyoming. But I mean, when you're in a neighborhood, you got to be mindful where you're at.
Yeah. So this is the cop that I think, this is the one, Stacy, you were pointing out, this is his body cam.
Yeah.
This is the one I think shot the dude.
Oh, so it was the dude to the cops, right? Okay, the one that got shots, right? Okay.
I think, but I might be wrong. But let's look at it and see what y'all think.
Oh, well, and the first angle, the dude that got his finger shot, like you can see, like when the bullet hits his finger.
Yeah, and we can go back to that too in here in a second.
Yeah, I would say that's most likely him.
That guy has to be.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah,
Watch when. Yeah. Let's slow it down.
Well, I think he didn't get hit in the back if it was him.
Yeah, seriously.
Let's slow this down.
Right there.
Oh yeah, yep.
Yep.
Right there.
Right there.
Yep. Wait, was it the guy right?
The guy that we're looking at right now is him.
Yeah, he was the one. So he was standing to the right of the cop that got shot.
Mm-hmm.
If you look, you can see, like you can see. Yeah.
So it was this guy here.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's the one that got shot.
Right there.
Right there. Yep.
Right there.
Right. You see when he gets shot right there. Woo-hoo.
Yep.
Well, what was the guy even shooting at? Because his life's not being threatened at all. Why is he shooting at this car? That's what I want to know.
Well, as the car's moving, this officer was in danger, and this officer is currently in danger.
The vehicle's now a weapon now.
I'm surprised that one on the sidewalk hasn't unloaded the whole fucking.
Oh yeah, this guy right here. Yeah, why isn't that windshield lit up right now? You know why?
Yeah.
Crossfire.
Crossfire.
There's too many officers.
That's right.
Yeah.
Too many innocent civilians in the area.
Yep.
Yep.
There he went down.
Now see this officer right here.
Almost got it.
He almost got took out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here's the thing though. I'm not saying it was his mindset, but he was kind of smart because he was like, "Man, let the car go away. Like, we know what the dude looks like. He ain't gonna outrun the radio."
Well, and I mean, the biggest, most important thing though is like Steve was saying. Look at all these fucking houses, man. And there's I didn't count the
sidewalk on
there's people standing out there.
I didn't count the cops, Steve. Did you?
1, 2, 3,
I think it was
4,
at least
5,
6.
6, 7, 8, 9 cops, I believe.
Okay, 9 cops in a big ass fucking circle. That means every one of those houses was in danger, right?
9 cops, and the only person you managed to hit was your fucking partner.
He's a good shot. I mean, what can I say?
Mean,
hell, he's got a finger.
Tell me you're a stormtrooper.
He's lucky he
without telling
didn't
me
get...
you're a stormtrooper.
You didn't invite me to your barbecue. I'll show you.
So there's people on the street over there. Right over there,
Yep.
there's innocent civilians on the street.
Yep.
Right in front of that cruiser, right behind them officers.
Yep.
That's why they got them blood.
So there's a lot going on in this particular cul-de-sac or street or whatever this.
Well, they took that fence out.
Yep. Drove right over the fence, kept on going down the road. Now, where are they going? They're running after their car that's speeding away. They're never going to catch this thing. And all their cruisers are back on the block.
I think they're just trying to get a direction to see where he goes.
The direction of travel.
That could be.
Yeah.
But
well, actually, this is probably some of their cars right here.
But fact of the matter is, still, they're shooting in a very condensed location. It makes no sense. I would like to know, since this happened toward the end of July, if the officer that shot the other officer or any of these other guys, I mean, were any of them reprimanded? That I don't know.
This says only 2 officers discharged their firearms. So it wasn't all of them weren't shooting. Some of them had some sense.
Okay, fair enough.
Steffi makes a good point.
What's that?
Steffi makes a good point.
2023 version of circle jerk. Everybody's shooting off guns instead of. That's right. Let's see. Do you want me to keep it on this slow mo, Steve, or speed it up?
You could speed it up because after we figured out who's shooting, I mean, you don't really need to go slow again. You'll be able to see as the body cam circulates through these guys, you'll be able to see different angles and what that BMW does as it goes down the street. He takes out the fence and he manages to get away, but I don't know if there was any follow up. I couldn't find anything.
I don't think.
So since this happened back in July, they actually just released this 2 days ago. This is like brand new footage.
Yeah, there's not enough info out there yet on it. It's going to take a little bit. Were you, huh?
I'm just seeing what Jorge said. Yep, that's Chicago right there.
So, yeah, this is the cop right here. This is the only cop that should have shot, in my opinion. That should have discharged his weapon.
Right. What up, Wizzy? Welcome to live stream.
But he didn't. What's
because
up, Wiz?
I see 1, 2, 3 officers right there, not to mention the 4th one on the left side of that.
And the houses back there. Yeah, so he didn't have enough time to get shots in, but this is the only one whose life was ever threatened by the car.
Right. Now, it looks like that there's nothing really going on in that car as far as weapons go. So what those cops were shooting at, I really don't understand.
This looks like one of those jump squads or whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
Warrant service or something like that, or maybe like a drug interdiction unit.
Okay.
And this person didn't want to stop. They ended up in that cul-de-sac and then tried to get back out. It's probably what it looks like to me.
What is that dude expecting to like not be seen with his car looking like that?
We talking about
the dude that drove off? Like, look at his car. He expects. I guess he expects to not be seen.
I mean, I guess he thinks he can outrun the cops in Chicago. I mean, that's not going to happen. I've seen the Blues Brothers. I mean, you ain't getting away.
Yeah, jump out, boys.
Look at him. Look at it. The car's fucked up. Better T/fix that shit.
Doesn't work. In
no joke. But look, all those cops are like, "What? How did all of us just let that dude get away? What?"
So yeah, I haven't seen any follow up or anything with this because this was just released 2 days ago. So yeah, I'll keep my eyes peeled and see if there's any follow ups. But as of right now, there's nothing.
I did poke around, and there's not much info out there other than it's under investigation, and the officers that discharge their weapons are on paid administrative leave or desk duty or some shit.
So the guy that got shot, I want to find out if he's okay. I want to find out if he's.
He can only count to 9 2/3.
That's right.
I mean, true. I want to find out if he's going to be able to go back to work anytime soon. And the cop that shot him, I want to find out if there was any disciplinary action that was, I guess, filed against him.
Yeah. If you find something, let us know. We can always bring it back up on another.
Okay. Will do.
On another thing. But what was your? I know you picked this video. So what was your? Was there anything else you wanted to share about that before we?
About that particular video?
Yeah.
No, I mean, other than the fact that the officers that fired, I feel as though they were very negligent in what they did with their actions. Given the fact that it was in such a condensed area with so much going on in that one area. You have all them houses, you got people outside, anybody could have got shot. Anybody. And luckily, that guy didn't catch a bullet in his back or in his head or anything like that, because
his neck.
That could have ended up being a whole hell of a lot worse than what it actually was. And so far as I'm concerned, he's actually lucky he got away with what he got away with.
So that entire stop was because of a trespassing report.
Really?
Is that what it was?
That's what it was. Dude was accused of trespassing.
Nothing even major.
Nothing major. I'm sitting here reading up on the Yahoo, and it says instant beginning with officers being called to the 300 block of West 56th Place because of a trespassing report. Several officers arrived in four unmarked vehicles, Copa said. The sedan's driver attempted to flee as officers exited and approached, officials said. 2 officers fired their weapons at the vehicle, but only 1 officer was struck. As of the time this story right here was published, no arrest had been made.
So he got away in that beat up ass car, Stacy. It fit right in Chicago, apparently.
Yeah. All because of trespass. The man lost his finger.
Hey, Colonel Indiana Longnuts is here. I like saying that name, Colonel Indiana Longnuts. He says they need to take that gun away and give him a whistle. That's right. For real. And ABM is here also. I didn't get a chance to say hello to ABM. What's up, buddy? I know we got Blade and Cernal here.
Rise here.
Rise here. The Rye Wilson, the one and only.
What's up, everybody?
What's going on, Rye? Good to see you. So if you thought that video was graphic, it did not have the warning we're about to see on this video. Are y'all ready for this? This is the second video Steve picked out. Steve picked out violent videos, not because Steve is violent. It just so happened to be some crazy shit. So I guess I probably should have prefaced it a little bit to let you know we're doing things slightly different this time. Normally, not extremely different, but slightly different, right? Because I'm trying to cut back on how much I talk about a video. I'm trying. I'm a talker. What can I say? But I let Steve pick what he wanted to be the main topic and that kind of thing. Normally we dump videos in as we see them into our little staff channel so that we can kind of pick and choose and all that. And most of the time I'll pick some and that's what we do. And then we talk about it. But this time I wanted to do something a little bit different. So I think we're going to rotate through the panel and let everybody kind of pick their own each week kind of thing, or maybe we'll start doing something where I pick.
I don't know if that's a good idea. Mine will just be cat videos.
Hey, you know what? If it's in the news, it's important.
Yeah, meow meow meow.
It'll be one of those good videos that we need to see.
Well, hey, if you have a cat video you want to share, I'm fine with that as long as you wear cat ears on your headphones.
I'm sure Rob's got some cat videos.
You might want to specify what kind of cats.
Yeah, for real.
God.
Yes, indeed. So here's the second video that Steve picked out. Let's get it on the screen. Look at that warning.
It's graphic, all right. Just so you know, I am not actually violent, ABM. It's just what was in the news this week, and I felt as though it needed to be addressed.
Yes.
But this one's actually pretty wild. Some guy gets on the train, he starts going nuts. He just keeps repeating the same thing over and over again, and he's got a knife, and it's just a knife. Somebody called and reported to 911 that he had a machete, which is completely not true. Another lady called and said he has a knife, but he's not doing anything with it. He's just holding it. So this really shouldn't have escalated the way it was. I'll let you play the video so everybody can see it, and then I'll add my comments after the inevitable happens.
This video also comes from Police Activity, one of my favorite channels. I like that they can give you the video and not fuck with it a lot. Like, they don't put text over the top of it and all that. It's good, clean. Watch this body cam footage, make your own assessment kind of stuff, and I think that's important.
Yeah, for sure.
Can you open this door for us? Oh, okay.
I did cut out the front part because it's really just surveillance video of the guy getting on the bus, and he seems like he's having some mental issues because he's kind of talking to himself like, "You're gonna have to shoot me," and different stuff like that. And there's no cops around, of course, at that point. But then everybody starts getting on the train, and then this is where we're at.
Hello. Can you step off, sir? Hey, sit up.
Look at this dude. I didn't even notice this the first time I watched it. Did you notice this, Steve? He's got this dude. As soon as the cop walks in, he's got his hands out. He's like, "Motherfucker, he's thinking to himself, this is just a cell phone, man. It's just a cell phone."
I think he was actually trying to talk to the guy in the red shirt.
Yeah,
I think he was trying to calm him down. But you'll see the cops end up getting this guy off the train, getting him out of the way.
Yeah.
Step off, dude. I need you to step off. Please don't leave me, bro. Can you just put your hands on your head for me, please? Listen, we want everything and everyone to go home safe. I just need you to do everything that you say, okay? Or everything that we tell you. Like I said, I love you, bro. I appreciate you, bro. Get him off.
Now, and this is a really long video.
It is.
I will have to chop it down some. You want to kind of summarize what's happening here, Steve?
So this guy's not really conveying any kind of meaningful conversation. He just keeps repeating the same thing that he's been saying here, and it goes on for probably a good 10 minutes. And it actually escalates a little bit, and then you'll see where the body cam footage changes from this cop to another cop and then to another cop. And you finally see from the other guy's angle what this other cop does. And I think, in my opinion, it was probably, it was a little excessive. I think it was very, very excessive. Because the guy in the red shirt never really charged at anybody. He was just kind of there, and the cop basically discharged his weapon into this guy. And obviously he didn't survive.
So this is the point where it starts becoming escalated. I've kind of jumped up to it. The cop through this time frame, right, has told him to put the knife down, drop the knife, that kind of stuff that they normally would do. But then this is where the shit starts ramping up.
Please, right. Bro. Please, bro. Do not grab the knife, man. Please, bro. Listen to me. Listen to me. If he stands up, less lethal. Please, y'all. Drop the knife, okay? Do it, y'all. What's your name? I can't do it. I can't do it, sir. Back up. Please, please. I can't do it, sir. I can't do it. Please. I can't do it. Please, do not let anyone in that door, okay? Please.
And you'll see the cop to the right of this guy come in, and he'll eventually unload his weapon on this guy.
This is basically like a Crocodile Dundee fucking knife this dude's got.
Yeah, it's a really nice Case Double X. Beautiful knife.
it's not a machete like some callers had reported, but it's also
Right.
not a little pocket knife either. I mean, it's
Right.
a serious
No,
ass
it's
knife.
not.
I think the cop that you're seeing the body cam footage from right now, he hits him maybe 2 or 3 times, but they're not lethal hits. He knocks him down, but the guy gets back up, and that's when the other cop just unloads his weapon on him.
He looks like he's having some kind of a mental episode.
Mhm.
Here goes a guy that needs some help, and he's not getting it from these cops.
We do not want to hurt you. Please do not. We are here to help. We're here to help. We're here to help you. We're here to help you. We're here to help you. We're here to help you.
All right, when anybody just starts spontaneously screaming like that, there's some shit going on in their mind. He feels trapped. He feels overwhelmed. I mean, Steve and I have a slightly different opinion on this one, but not extremely different.
I can understand your point of view on it. Don't get me wrong.
I mean,
I feel as though that what these cops did was maybe a little excessive.
I can
They
see.
could have tried to help this guy.
Oh, I agree there.
They could have tased him instead of shooting him.
Under the law, they're justified in what they did.
Right. I understand. I get that.
But they did tase him, and they did use the.
Well, yeah, I guess they did the non-lethal,
the beanbag round.
Yeah, the shotgun. They did try that,
but
they really didn't do anything.
But I don't know. I don't know that it needed to go to the extreme like it did, like you're saying.
Right.
We're here to help you. What's your name? Lock off that door. Do not let anyone in that door. Please help me. How to take lethal on that door? Please, I can't do nothing.
All right. Now, right here, that cop had just told another officer, take lethal on that door. So there is another officer that's going to be over here.
Hey, we're here to help you. Just drop the knife. I can't drop it. Do it. Please. What's your name? Please. My name. Do it. Please. No one wants to hurt you. No one wants to hurt you. Please. Please, just do it. Lord, just kill me. No one wants to kill you. Please. Please. Please, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying. We want to. I love what? Please. Come on, man. Please. Don't run on me. Please. Please don't run up on me. Listen. Please don't run up on me. Come on, blood. Don't run. No one wants to hurt you. Please. I'm telling you. Please drop the knife. Like that's what y'all gonna do.
Here's my
That's
Beanbags.
That's beanbags.
Yeah. That cop just unloads on him.
Well, yeah, you can't burn it off. So
That was 7 shots.
Watch this
right
guy.
there.
Watch this guy here. Why? What was the point of that?
All right. So this is where. So this first officer, I feel like, had a good shoot.
Yeah.
This second cop is where I think it starts to become real fucking questionable.
I'll say, if he's not under internal investigation, that would be a problem, because there's, like I said, there was no reason for him to take action like what he just did, because the guy was already shot. I don't even know if he had the gun, the knife in his hand at that point. I mean, they could have ran up on him and freaking grabbed him and put him in cuffs or something. At least he was still alive. Now he's dead. I mean,
yeah, this guy here.
Yeah.
Nobody was currently in an imminent threat.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
the first officer, there were 2 officers in imminent threat, him and this dude here, when the guy started coming down this walkway.
Mm-hmm.
That shoot was justified. Unfortunate, but justified. This one, I think
He's trigger happy.
I think he wanted to get in the gunfight. I think he
Exactly.
just wanted to. I think.
Well, he's in it now.
Yeah.
Murdered somebody, as far as I'm concerned. That was murder. That's my take on it.
So, let's back it up and slow it down, because this is what, if an internal investigation is done, they'll look at this in a slow motion. Audio is important in that investigation, but it's too distorted for us to make anything out.
Mm-hmm.
So here's where, this is where they're using less lethal on him.
Beanbag one.
Okay, so it looks like he still has the knife.
See, there's the beanbag round officer right there.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
He has a knife when he charges a cop. I saw it.
Yeah.
Okay, it's still in his hand.
Yeah.
I see it there.
Does he close the gap quickly?
Yep, he's still got it.
Okay, so there you go. He still has the knife.
Yeah, that shoot was justified.
Yes, it was.
All right.
However, this guy moving in when he's already down.
So he's trying to get up.
He still has a knife. On
So
Still
has
has
the
the
knife.
knife.
He's kind of turned away. He's not even looking at him.
Yeah, at that point, when this officer starts firing, he was not a threat.
Right.
No.
Right.
He was back to potential threat.
Right.
He was not an immediate threat. And so that's something that when I first looked at this video, and I told you I didn't agree with you, this slowdown makes it a little more clear. This officer shouldn't have fired at all.
Right. Well, this is what I was talking about here, where it looked like, as far as I was concerned, it was murder. This is what I was talking about. Not the first guy.
Yeah.
The first guy was justified, but this guy here unloading on that man when he wasn't even looking at him. As far as I'm concerned, that was, I mean, come on. I mean, you can't look at that and not say, no, there's something sketchy going on there. It looks like murder to me. I'm sorry, but it's.
Yeah.
This is the beanbag firing officer right here. Beanbags have been fired right there. This is the officer down here that does the shooting. The second shooting. Here he comes. Or she, you can't really fucking tell. It's 2023. I don't know. Well, I mean, they blurred the face out, so you can't even really.
No, it's probably for protection purposes.
Yeah.
The beanbag officer pulled his weapon.
Oh, it was a beanbag officer. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at like the location, and I was like, they're on the left side of the door. I'm pretty sure it was.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. But watch this. This is kind of there's some body language here that I just noticed when we were looking at it this time. Watch this. That.
You guys fucked up.
Fuck. What did I just do?
Mm-hmm.
What does that bracelet say? Something O'Sullivan. Okay, never mind.
I don't know. Yeah, it does
Wherever
say
the
O'Sullivan.
goes to.
269.
That might be from the club last night. Might be from the club last night.
When you drink 232 ounces, that's what you get.
Yeah, y'all, family of 6, welcome to the stream. ABM, yeah, y'all got some good points there. ABM says the second cop stood there unholstered, then shot after the initial cop shot, then reholstered. He didn't even have his gun out until the first cop shot. Yeah, I thought that was the officer that was down on the steps that came in, but looking at it from this point, it became obvious that it was the same officer that had the beanbag rounds.
He just had his SWAT weapons.
Mm-hmm. Zachary Flores says it's clear the officer shot and killed the man. The officer's definitely in the wrong doing that. Family of 6 said he'll be someone's boyfriend. You know, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I mean, what do you think's gonna happen to this cop?
I think he's probably going to lose his badge over this one. I mean, he's going to get placed on administrative leave. They're going to conduct an internal investigation through internal affairs. He's probably going to end up, there's going to be some jail time here, I would imagine. I mean, based on the body cam footage that we all just saw, that was an unjustified shooting. That's my take on it. That's kind of what I would expect to happen out of this. The first cop, he was justified because the guy was charging at him with a knife. The second guy unloaded his weapon on this guy, and he wasn't even looking in their direction. He was probably in shock, like, oh, my God, I've been shot. What do I do?
Well,
he wasn't even looking, and then all of a sudden he gets taken out. I mean, come on.
I think he was looking for a way out, and that he was going to head for that other door.
That very well could have been, but how far is he going to get? He's got 7 shots in him already.
So here's where I think, while that should be what happens, I don't think that's what is going to happen. I don't think anything's going to happen to this officer because his argument could very well be, I knew there was another officer at that other door and he was headed that way with the knife still in his hand. He did still have the knife in his hand.
Yeah.
There is still threats.
I was going to say that's going to be his excuse.
There is an argument that he could have been a threat to that officer he was going to be running towards. But I think that assessment needed to be made by the officer outside that other door.
Because the body language of the guy in the red shirt doesn't prove that he was getting ready to run in that direction. He was looking down. He was looking away. And I'm pretty sure he was just trying to say, oh, my God, I got shot. And he was looking at himself and he's bleeding out or whatever. I mean, yeah. I mean, your mind at that point is going to be fixated on yourself because, oh, my God, I got shot. I mean, not going to be, I'm going to go stab this other guy.
Well, you don't have a whole lot of time before somebody with a knife can close the gap on you.
That's true.
They can close that gap pretty fucking quick. But I can almost guarantee that's going to be the argument that this cop is going to have, is that I thought he was running towards that other officer on the other end, so I protected the other officer, and I don't think they're going to do much on this unless there's some public outcry, because a lot of times nothing happens unless there's some public outcry.
Well, the only way they're going to have public outcries is if this ends up on the news. And I guarantee you they're not going to put this on the news.
Right.
This will not make the news media.
I'm with you there, family of 6. Running away with a knife is not a threat. Like I say, I just think that the officer that did the shooting is going to use the argument, because they had it at one point earlier in the video. They had asked, let me get my mouse cursor back over here. They had told another officer to come over to this door with lethal, which is also important. Not only there's an officer there who could have been under threat of being stabbed with this knife, but the second thing is they told that officer to go lethal. So that officer could have protected themselves. And I think this officer should have not fired this weapon at this time.
Right.
I think they should be charged. I feel like they should be charged like you do, Steve. I just unfortunately don't think they will be.
Well,
because sadly, unless there's media attention, like you say,
right,
unless there's family outcry, but this guy may not have family.
He may not. And still the, I mean, factory matter remains. I mean, it all comes down to what's the right thing to do here.
Well, the right thing to do would have been not to shoot this dude the second time.
Yeah, exactly. He should have been shot the second time.
Right.
The first time it looked like he was hitting it in a way where it was going to incapacitate him, where they could still take him down. However, this other cop felt as though it was imperative to continue to shoot on this guy until he stopped moving. So, at this point, what's the right thing to do? In a perfect system, he would be investigated and maybe go to trial or whatever the case may be. But if you got a corrupt system, nothing's going to happen to this guy.
Oh, this is a thin blue line remembrance bracelet, Stacey.
Is that what it is?
So
Yeah.
somebody who died.
Officer Tara O'Sullivan, I'm guessing. And then that was their badge number. Yep. I thought it was from a club, but yeah, that's what it is. What did you think it was when you first saw it?
Oh, I was just wondering if it was like some kind of like
WWJD.
behind some kind of cause or something that was being contradicted here.
Be like WWJD, like Medea says. What that mean? What wrong with Jermaine Dupri?
Yeah, what would Jesus do? All right, you can task me what would Jesus do, but know that flipping tables is not out of the question.
Yeah, because he did flip tables. I just unfortunately don't. I think that there's a way out for this officer under the law if he words his report right.
Very well could be.
And that's sad because somebody lost their life and didn't need to.
Hear me out here. You got this cop with a shield, right?
Yeah, he walked on with the shield because he was scared the guy was going to, come up swinging. So he was going to walk up to the guy and put the shield over him.
Yeah, I was going to say, dude's got a knife. Hear me out here. Walk up to the dude, like, go at him with shields. God, it's going to sound mean. Beat the shit out of him, get the knife away, and then arrest him. Like,
well,
he doesn't have to die. Like,
oh yeah, and that's the thing. It took him a while to get up there. I think though with that many shots, I don't know that anything would have saved this dude's life. But
no, man.
But yeah, I'm like you, Stacey. I'd have liked to have seen a little more urgency about getting this guy some help.
How many times did that guy actually get shot? Did you count?
I think 10 total, 7 from the first officer, 3 from the second.
Let's see. So you had less lethal. It doesn't say how many times they used less lethal, but I think there was 2 or 3 shots from that. And it does not count the shots in here. It doesn't list them in here. Yeah. So this one was a fairly new video release also, so there's not a whole lot of info out there about it.
It was within the last 5 days, I think.
Yeah. It'll take them, a while to do that investigation.
So, yeah. I think that could have went 100 different ways than what it went. There could have been so many different outcomes. Unfortunately, this was the route that these guys chose. So, it is what it is.
Yeah, that's pretty pitiful. I mean, I hate to see anybody die, especially. I mean, this dude needed some mental help, and he didn't get it.
Nope.
ABM said he'd seen another article where it showed 7 shots from the first officer, which I did count those. 7 shots from the first officer and 6 from the second one. Yeah.
So just from, I know hindsight's 2020 looking back, okay? The car apparently to me looked like it was clear of civilians. Like they cleared all the innocents off the car. At that time, I would have stopped all procedures. I would have closed up the car and I would have called in someone of better training than me to deal with this situation. Whether it could be a mental health counselor or Hell, we don't know. He could have been on drugs for all we know. I'm not saying he was one way or another, but he was clearly having an issue there. Should have called someone in that was better trained and better skilled to deal with that, because at that time there was no innocence, as far as we could tell, that was in danger. The cars looked like they were closed up, cleared out, and no other issues in that case. And they should have called, like I said, should have called someone. Granted, they may not have mental health available.
Stacy just sent me a video. This probably would have been the officer to call in. I don't know if y'all saw the video that Stacy just posted in there, but yeah, Brooklyn, I got it. I still want to do a little bit more looking into something before we show that video. But I did get it in my email. So here we go. Look at this. All right, here we go. Here we go. I wish you could make these bigger. That's what she said. Yeah, anyway. I'm not sure if this has music.
It does, but I think it's copyright free.
Goat on the loose.
Yep, goat on the loose.
In the cul-de-sac.
See, Police Activity posts some cool stuff too. Goat Simulator.
Goat Simulator 2023.
Wow.
The future of Red M right here. Goat wrangling.
Kind of reminds me of that. Yeah. Get him, come on, you got him.
Get him, boy.
It's like a greased pig.
Yeehaw!
Got him.
Best place to get them right there. You paralyze
Look at that smile on his face, like,
yeah.
I got that motherfucker.
A lot of people don't realize it. You paralyze them when you grab them by the horns.
Mm-hmm.
I've had one charge at me with the horns.
Yeah.
Grab that horn.
Southpaw, this ain't that kind of thing, but valid question. He says, "Oh damn, who's gonna get the goat pregnant?"
How I spend my Sundays is my business.
Yeah, that's right. Don't be bothering.
Wait, the military allows them on the base?
Yeah, you let me spend your tax dollars however I feel like it.
Hey, family of six. There's an email address in the description there. If you want to link me to a video, we can sure look at it and see if we can include it on the show next week or something. I got one from Brooklyn that we need to take a look at too. But yeah, so he caught the goat. Look at that.
Yeah.
That officer did a good job. Steve, you ever chased a goat?
Actually, as a matter of fact, my dad's buddy, before he had a series of strokes, lived over in New Jersey. He actually used to raise goats from 1970 all the way up until probably 4 years ago, before he started having some strokes. Yeah, we got a goat pen out back, and I mean, if you ever had goat's milk, it's probably way better than cow milk.
Yeah, it's way better for you.
It's way better, way better.
It's got like the you know how Modelo kind of has like that aftertaste, or Corona has that aftertaste.
Yeah,
it's got like that. It's not the same taste, but it has like that weird aftertaste with it. But
yeah, but yeah, a couple of them goats, they got some attitudes, and they kind of freak you out if you're not used to them, because the pupils in their eyes are square. Yes, if you ever seen a goat up close, it'll freak you out if you're not ready for it. So,
what about you, Megan? You ever chased a goat?
I've never chased a goat, but I've had a goat chase me.
Oh shit!
It charged at me with the horns. I grabbed it by the horn and I kind of shoved it, like, and I mean, I worked at a farm, so the person was like, "Look, if that goat charges at you, just grab it by the horns, shove it away, it'll go off." And sure enough, it did.
Lord.
My dad did chase a swan once.
Oh God!
There was a church near us that wanted swans in that pond that they had, and it was winter time, so they're trying to get the swans out of the pond. And let's just say swans are assholes, you know. So it was not fun
like
for him.
Yeah, they're a lot like geese.
So I fucked with some feigning goats one time. It was funny. I had the little pop things, little firework pop things that you throw and they pop. I would throw them at the goat's feet, like while they're running from me, and then all of a sudden their legs would just give out and they just fall over. Like, But it was about a week later. Nature got its revenge on me. I was walking home from school. We lived. Anyone who knows Georgia, like right there across the state line into Alabama, in Phoenix City, it's a lot of farm area, and we lived right there on a farm. I kept fucking with this dog. I think it was like a boxer or something. I kept fucking with it to the fence. Well, the dog just runs off, and I'm like, all right, well, I'm going home. Then all of a sudden I see the dog like is on the side of the fence with me.
He knew where the opening was.
I start running, and I'm just running, and I'm like, fuck, I've had to run like a mile now. It's back when I could run a mile. And like I stop, and like it looked like something out of an action movie. I turned around, and like at the time the dog jumped at me, I just came across and like punched it right across the snout, and it like went into the ground and ran off.
Shit.
But I was like, ever since then, I have not fucked with an animal. Like I will play with an animal. Like if it's like, if it's say I'm like at like a petting zoo or something, like yeah, I'll play with the goats or the pigs or the donkeys or something. But since then, I don't fuck with animals, man. Animals do not play.
Nope. Jamie, did you grow up out in BFE or you just live in BFE now?
Yeah. The house I live in now is actually my grandparents' place, and it was actually a working farm. So we had whole cows and goats, the whole shooting shebang. So yeah, I grew up around goats. And
you ever?
I got in their pen and fuck with them in the pen. I grabbed them by the horns and all that fun stuff.
Did you ever have to chase any down, like if one got out or anything like that?
We had chased a couple pigs down before, and that's
pigs
true
are
what
hard
they
to
say.
catch.
Yeah.
That's the fun part.
Wait a minute. Were they pigs or were they sows?
They were pigs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Piglets at the time, they wasn't full grown yet.
They're hard.
Dragon Man, you watch your mouth.
They're hard to catch. Dragon Man said Fort Benning area is pretty.
I'm from Columbus, so like no, it's not.
So I grew up. We didn't have a working farm necessarily. Like there were some leased areas that were farmed on the property I grew up on, but we did have cows, and we had this one mean ass Brahman bull, and it was always a race to see if I could. There was a pond I used to like to fish at over there. I could usually get to the pond and get in my little paddle, my little rowboat thing that I had, little flat bottom boat, and get out there and fishing. It was the getting back that was the thing, because once that bull realized I was in there, it was on. Like he would, you could see him pacing off in the distance. He's like, "I'm watching you. I'm waiting on you." And then when I'd go to leave the pond, he would sometimes start chasing me. Well, we had 4-wheelers, right? And so you would think, okay, take a 4-wheeler. Well, I did start taking everything good there, Jamie?
Yeah, I heard 4-wheelers. By the time you said 4-wheelers, I heard my neighbor leaving his 4-wheeler.
But yeah, we had a 4-wheeler, and I thought, okay, well, I got to be able to outrun this bull. So I took the 4-wheeler one time out there, but I didn't think about something important. 2 problems. Number one, the 4-wheeler gives away the fact that I'm coming way earlier in the game. And 2, the gate is relatched when I get in there.
Oh, no.
Meaning it's got to be unlatched before I can drive that 4-wheeler back out. So I had to abandon the 4-wheeler at one point and just get the hell out.
Oh my God.
Wow.
But yeah,
you gotta get you one of them Tesla 4-wheelers.
Tesla 4-wheelers.
Yeah, one is real quiet.
That calls bicycles.
You ever get chased by a horse?
Oh God, yeah.
Yep.
Oh my God, that was
Some horses can be mean as hell.
They can.
I also got chased by a white goose one time. That was kind of freaky.
Geese are mean as hell, though. I do not like geese at all.
I'll wring their neck and heart.
I went out to go see my cousin out in Indiana, and he took me to his buddy's house. He's got a big giant farm, and we go in there and we pull up in his truck. We get out, and there's this big giant sow, huge sow, and I go over. I'm looking at the sow. We're kind of looking at this thing. He's like, "Yeah, it's probably about a 1,500-pound sow," and out of the corner of my eye, there's a bush, and there's big giant white goose comes out, and he's flapping his wings, and them suckers got teeth. They will tear you up, man.
Mm-hmm.
I turned, I look around, and my cousin Joe was already in the yard, and I'm like, I'm still standing there because I was looking at the sow. Next thing you know, this goose comes running at me. I'm like, oh shit! I turned around, I started taking off. I literally dove through the window of his truck, and him and his buddy are standing there laughing. I'm like, like, what's funny, dude? Like, I'm gonna die here from this goose.
Yep, he's mean as hell. So here's a video. This is not law enforcement, but it does involve a shooting. So I'm not sure where exactly this took place, but this is like a little gun camping store. This dude, let me get my mouse cursor back. This dude right here is the owner or worker, whatever. This fella here is surprisingly calm through most of this, but this whole video is only 18 seconds long.
Yeah.
Have you seen this?
No, I just have so many questions.
Well, this was a quickie video that I come across.
Yeah.
And the guy that's sitting there in the red shirt, he's a customer. And this is, from what I understand, this is a gun store. So this went from 0 to 100 in a matter of 1-2 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah, because the whole video is only 18 seconds.
Yeah, I really like this. And the guy sitting down that owns this place handled it really well. Really well.
Yep. Here we go. Viewer discretion advised again.
Yep.
Drop him quick too.
Mhm.
Sure did.
Yes, he
Bro
did.
got shot and still shot him.
But hold on, check this out. Let's slow it down because
Look at that. Look at that. Dude is 2 steps in the door.
He's already going for the gun.
Yep, he's already dry.
Drops him right there on the spot. So yeah, he's got a gun too. That's his accomplice.
Yep. Now check this dude out. He's like, oh, maybe I should get up and move. Let me hide behind this tent that's not going to stop any bullets.
That probably would have been me.
He went for concealment, not cover.
Look at his shirt. He's got like a sniper emblem on his shirt right there.
He probably teaches a firearm safety course.
Probably does.
I don't know. I know he was ready, but yeah, he got. It looks like he got hit once.
Yeah.
But
I would have done some
can't
shit like out of the movies. I would have walked over that dude and just shot him one more time, like just.
Oh, he's done. Well, he's bleeding out already.
Yeah, he's done.
Yeah, he did pop him several times. Well, he shot at him a few times, and he shot at the other guy a couple times, and he shot back at this dude, and then he shot back at the other dude. His clip had to be empty. I'm pretty sure
it was like the Hunger Games, for crying out loud. Jeez.
Yeah, I know it. Lord have mercy. But yeah, they both were armed. This dude just came in to bum rush. And the other guy was already in there. But yeah, that's wild. That's why and you should be able to carry weapons at your place of business, because the criminals don't give a shit.
You can in Georgia.
You can here now.
You can in Georgia, you say?
You can in Georgia. It's a felony. Yes, you can.
Are they constitutional carry now?
I believe it actually passed this year for constitutional carry.
Hell yeah, man. That's what I'm talking about right there.
Constitutional carry passed in Georgia.
Now, does my Pennsylvania carry permit, is it reciprocal down in Georgia?
No.
I give you after stream. I'm pretty sure it is, but I give you after stream. I'm pretty sure it is.
Does Pennsylvania touch Georgia? Because
Pennsylvania is actually, if you have a Pennsylvania carry permit, you are covered in 33 states in the United States, and of course, New Jersey and Illinois are not one of them. And we're also not reciprocal with Virginia or Maryland or New York.
All right, my dog is in here, and she's she's wanting to leave the room here in a minute. So let me get to this video before I have to take her out. So this is coming from Ian Miles Chong, just because, and originally from Catch Up, because this is one of the better angles of this video. But this cop is trying to pull over a speeding Camaro and then realizes that they have a child who's not breathing in the car, and that's why they were rushing. So that's why the parents are panicking.
We got a baby here dying. What do you mean? What do you mean? Let me see. Can we go, please? Can we go, please? Can we please go? Oh my fucking God! Can we please go? Can we please go? No! Let me see. Let me see. No, please don't take him. I'm not gonna take him. No, please go. Stop. What was going on with this? No, we don't know. Okay, he's getting air. He's getting air.
To the hospital, they said he had COVID, and then he just started seizing.
Okay, he's getting air. I can feel it. Listen.
So, they just showed that on the local news, Southpaw. Here's what I get from this video, right? There's a couple of things. One, I think that cop did a great job de-escalating the parents' panic. Like, the cop didn't talk. So, I mean, it's normal for parents to panic when something's happening to their kid, right?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
And so I think that officer did a good job by not becoming a dick, because sometimes that happens.
Now, did you write the parents a ticket?
I didn't see in that. Let me.
That would have been an asshole thing to do if you actually did that.
Yeah, for real. Let's see. So it was Officer Frazier. What was his first name? Let me mute that. Brendan Frazier.
Hey, awesome.
Brendan Frazier from Warren, Michigan.
George of the Jungle.
Warren, Michigan. But you can see here he is. We were looking at his body cam footage from that, but this is his dash cam where he's doing back blows. And then, he got him breathing. Another officer came to help. They had paramedics come. Yeah, it doesn't say in this article whether he wrote the ticket or not. I would imagine not.
I would hope not.
Yeah, I would imagine not.
I mean, that's an easy out right there. I mean, yeah, I could understand why they're speeding. They're trying to get to the hospital.
Hey, look who's here. It's Jeffrey Gamer. What's up, buddy? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. But yeah, I mean, that just shows you that, yes, the officer was initially going to make a traffic stop, but quickly realized there was a medical emergency. So he went into, emergency help mode and started helping. But of course, for the safety of other people, you can't just be like, oh, okay, continue to haul ass through town to the hospital.
Yeah, right.
So the officer protected a lot of other folks and saved that baby at the same time. So that's pretty cool. You wanted to add something?
Oh, no.
Oh, I thought maybe you disagreed with something. I was going to give you a chance to toss it in there. All right. Well, you know what? My dog is over here side-eyeing me because apparently she's ready to go back downstairs.
He really wants to end it. He texted his daughter and was like, hey, come in here and scratch on the walls or something.
Oh, no. If this room wasn't a little bit of a mess, I've got things in boxes. I'm boxing some things up, moving things around. I would move my webcam and show you, but she is literally laying at the door because the door is over this way from me, right in the corner. She is laying at the door with her snout down there sniffing because I guarantee you her favorite cat, Whitney, is out there and she wants to go play and rest napping this whole time. Right. So, Stacy, closing thoughts?
Yeah. I don't think the cop on that that second shooting cop shouldn't have shot. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, if you guys are going through some shit, talk to somebody. If you're not going through shit and you want attention, don't go getting attention because you want it.
Yeah, because it might end up like that.
Yeah, what happens is treatments for I'm just going to say treatments for mental health are skewed because people want to use mental health as an excuse to get out of trouble when they fuck up. If you do that, you're a piece of shit, and I hope something happens to you. Yeah, just like I normally say, don't do drugs.
Yeah, don't do drugs. Megan, closing thoughts, ma'am?
Yeah, that officer who shot second, definitely not a good situation. And I mean, if that guy had family, I would assume that family's probably going to sue. At least if it was me, I would probably sue. Good for that cop who saved that baby. I mean, if it had been my niece or nephew, I probably would have been going 75, 80 miles an hour trying to get to the hospital. So I get it. Yeah. But other than that, that's pretty much my thoughts.
Yeah, it's easy to panic.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely easy to panic. Jamie, thoughts?
Yeah, if you have a goat inside city limits, make sure you have it on a leash. Those cities are leash law cities.
Yeah. Goat stands for go on and try.
I figured we'd cover enough of that tram as it was. I figured I'd do something a lot harder right here at the end.
Yeah. All right, good deal, good deal. Steve, closing thoughts?
Okay, so the first video that we saw with the cops kind of doing their thing and shooting everybody and blowing up
shooting each other.
Yeah. You know what that reminded me of?
What's that?
You ever read the book Indian in the Cupboard?
Yes.
Okay, so there's a part in that book that I guess when the Indian is this big and he's having problems with the cowboys, I guess he ends up getting some guns off his GI Joes, and he gives all the guns to the Indians, and then he sends them all back so that they can take care of it. And they did the same exact thing there in the book. That's what that video reminded me of, was the Indian in the cupboard. So my advice to law enforcement out there is, yeah, Indian in the cupboard. Read Indian in the Cupboard. You don't want to do that. That's probably a bad thing. So I don't know. I mean, that whole situation, for me, I feel like it should have never happened. Those shots should have never been fired. The guy ended up getting away anyway. So what was the point? And then the second video, I mean, I'm still going to stick with my guns on that one. That second cop should have never fired a gun.
No, I agree with you.
So
yeah, she is starved for attention and stuff right now.
It's just a baby.
Yeah, this is Piper Ann.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, now the dog is here.
He was just
text message. Send the dog in.
Get the dog. Wrangle that dog up.
But yeah, I mean, I pretty much gave my thoughts throughout. I don't really have anything else to add here at the end, other than I do want to thank everybody for coming and hanging out with us. There's a lot of things you could be doing on your Sunday evening, and the fact that you're here to hang out with us for an hour and a half or so does mean a lot. If there's a topic you want us to look at, there's an email in the description down there. Feel free to shoot an email over. I'll take a look at it, see if we can work it in or not, and then we'll go from there. Jeffrey, thank you so much for coming. Good for you to come and hang out. I'm glad you did. Don't be a stranger. We do this every Sunday, and I'm gonna head on out. Y'all have a good one though, and we'll see you all next week, God willing, and the creek don't rise. Later.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.
I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief. Know what I want, so I'll take it on. I've made mistakes, but mistakes make you strong. Let's break it down for a minute. I want the crown, I'm gon' get it. You hear me loud, man, I'm winning. Yeah, Charlie Sheen will be grinning. These ladies know that I'm sinning, and this this is just the beginning. I'm closing in the night inning, there ain't no point in resisting. Living life like a dream, live it right, that's the thing. Every night got a team, I've been tied to the scene. Out on stage, here I'm screaming, okay, it's a dream.